Hello, my name is Debbie Roberts and I'm going to be doing a project from the Printable Craft Shop for Crafting for Good, and what I'm actually going to be making today is a sticky notes holder. So this is something you can go onto Crafting for Good's website, the Printable Craft Shop, their website, and have a look at all their options and then purchase and download whichever one you fancy. There are a lot to choose from and it's very hard just to pick one favourite. I've opted for Hummingbird Dreams for this option, and all I'm going to do for this is print off the cover, which is the post-it note holder cover, and on the reverse of that I'm going to be printing the matching backing paper, which has covered the entire sheet. What you could do if you wanted to is just print out into the A5 section in the centre, save wasting the ink, but I intend to use a little bit of what I'm going to be cutting off there. So all I need to do for this, it's a really simple and easy project to do, is I'm going to be cutting around the edges of the post-it note holder. Again, I'm using my A5 scoreboard, which is actually an 8-inch scoreboard, cutting board. Try again, I'm so sorry. My 8-inch cutting guillotine. Saves me having to get my large A4 one out, because if I cut the top and bottom off, it will then fit perfectly at the sides. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting where indicated. I'm not going to throw these waste pieces away, because what I'm actually going to do is just cut a 2-inch section off the end of that, and I'm going to make that into a pen holder. So once you've cut it, you just need to score those two centre lines. This is what makes the fold part. So your notepad will sit inside, then you've got a seam allowance for your fold, and then your cover will come down. So I'm just folding them and burnishing them with a score tool. That is as hard as the project gets. Now this one makes the long post-it notes holder, and I have a set of post-it notes which will sit in that, so any sticky notes will do. If your sticky note set is smaller, trim down to fit. Or if you have a graphics program, you can take the image into your graphics program and narrow it down, so you'll still have the full image but tailored to suit a shorter post-it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stick that towards the bottom, because I want to be able to put my pen in there. If you notice the seam allowance, it allows you to put your post-it notes in and gives you plenty of room. So I'm just going to put a little bit of wet glue on the back of this. Now I do prefer Collall all-purpose glue from Crafter's Companion. It just gives me really good adhesion and it gives me 2 minutes wriggle time. So when I put it down, if I decide it's not in the right place, I can actually have 2 minutes to move this around until I'm certain it is in the right place. Now while we wait for that to dry, that little piece of excess card that I cut off, which has got the backing paper colouring on, I'm just going to simply roll around my pen, just so I know that will then definitely fit my pen. And then on the excess card section where it's going to overlap, I'm just going to put some glue on there and then just hold it down while it sticks. Again, you have a couple of minutes to do this because you can move it for 2 minutes. Alternatively, if you want to stick it with tape, you've got the option to stick it with tape for a much faster adhesion. Now we're going to press that down and make sure that is stuck, while still at the same time holding on to where I've glued my pen. Now rather than you watching glue dry, I've done one earlier which is dry, which fits perfectly, and what I've done, I've just put a little bit of double-sided tape over the top of where my seam is, and that seam is then going to fit into the middle of my card. Now I've used my pen to push it down to make sure it sticks. So that is where I want it. My pen will then sit lovely inside my holder. It folds over, and then I've got a little pretty desk sticky notepad holder. Again, there are a variety of options to choose from. I'm just going to ensure my score lines are nice and sharp. There are plenty of options to choose from. I have gone for Hummingbird Dreams just because I like flowers and I like a lot of pink, and it suited me perfectly. There's a lot of fun and funky ones to choose from, so have a look, see what you think, and if you like one, purchase it and download, and you can repeat and make as many times as you want to. That's the bonus with using a download store where you can purchase the kits from, is because once you've purchased it, you can make that as many times as you will like. That looked lovely on somebody's desk, on somebody's telephone, next to telephone. If you wanted to, you could then put a piece of magnetic sheet on there and pop it on your fridge, and then you've got an instant little notepad, shopping list holder, or anything you want to use if it's got a magnetic piece on the back to use on your fridge. Thank you for looking. If you are interested in purchasing anything, please go to the Printable Craft shop from Crafting for Good and download, after you've purchased it, any of the images that you would like to use. Thank you for watching.